Hey guys, it's Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. All right, so this is what we're gonna make today, and it's a little bit labor intensive, just a little bit, in that it's a pop-up card, and the inside is done up as the outside, so it's kind of going to be about like doing two cards in one. So while we're chatting, I'm going to get started. This is our Fun Fold accordion card, and it stands up, so it's top view, and then from the front, this is how it would look standing from the front and then closed. It fits in a standard envelope, so you can put that in a medium envelope. It is a little bit thick, so I would absolutely not recommend putting any dimensionals or embellishments on the inside. This one, you might have some trouble in the US getting that to go through without your mail person considering it a package, because it's probably really close to that 1/4 inch, if not a little bit more. So it's probably the best kind of card for hand delivering or giving with a gift or mailing with a gift, but it does fit in that standard envelope. All right, let's take a quick look at some cardstock pieces and get started on this card, and we can chit chat while we go. All right, so I'm gonna grab my Simply Scored tool, and I've got 2 pieces of cardstock that make the base of my card. This one is 11 inches by 4 1/4 inches, and it's Bermuda Bay. So it's a half a sheet of cardstock. It's just half hot dog weight instead of hamburger weight. We're gonna score that one at 5 1/2. And then our second piece is terracotta tile. And this one is 3 inches by 11 inches. We're gonna score this one. If you want to stamp all over it like I did, you should stamp it before you score it. You'll get a nicer image. So I just stamped all over with terracotta tile, and I'm going to score it 3 1/4, 5 1/2, and 7 3/4. So those are the base pieces for our card. Let me see here. I might have to check my project sheet. There will be a printable project sheet and a blog post for this. I'm not going to do a clean video, I don't think, because I'm going to be back later today with a haul video as long as my pre-order arrives. So I'm going to do just a replay of this live on the blog with a printable project sheet for you by the end of the day today. All right, so I'm going to work my scores on the card base. That's our Bermuda Bay. I'm going to set this guy aside for just a second. All right, let's grab some designer series paper here. I have the ice cream cone corner designer series paper. These are all the same size. This is 5 1/4 by 4. Got this great sprinkle pattern. And on the back, it's almost a shame to glue that down. Is that not the cutest thing you ever saw? And then for my inside, I've got this fun multicolor stripe. And again, it's just so sad to glue that paper down, but I'm gonna put that one inside. So let's glue our designer series papers on. Grab some multi-purpose liquid glue for that. All right, so I've got 2 of the same pattern on the inside, and I'm just gluing them in with an even border all around. And then I used to share recipes every other Friday or something like that on the blog years and years ago. I should bring that back. I used to say when dinner was ready, you had more time for stamping. I should get back to that again. Hi, Julie. Happy belated Easter to you, too. I'm so glad to see you guys here. Found me on Monday. And thanks for understanding. I needed a break on Friday. I spent most of the day at the grocery store and then putting together the meat calzone. That takes so long. All right, so there's our card base. Now we've got our mechanism. So this is very simple. You're going to fold this one, mountain, valley, mountain. So we're going to go ahead and fold this guy. I'm going to fold them all this way first, and then we'll work it like this. See? So we've got a mountain, a valley, a mountain. Good. And then close it up. So the stamping will be on the outside once we glue it in. Now, inside the card, we're going to adhere our little mechanism. you want this to be able to stand freely. So your adhesive has to stay within the last panel and the first panel here. I'm gonna do just some liquid glue. That'll give us a little bit of time to slide it if we need to, top to bottom to get it into center. And I like to be very generous here because this is gonna take a little when opening and closing. Don't tell me your recipient's not gonna wanna open and close that a few times and show their friends. That one's gonna get handled. So what we wanna do is take this center score right here, lay it on the center score on the Bermuda Bay, and then we're gonna judge about even top to bottom before we burnish it down. I think my bottom's just a little bit skinnier, but I'm okay with that. And then you're gonna burnish down the two panels that had glue on them. And look. So that's how it will close. It'll actually close with that little fold open. All right, so there's your card base. Now it's all decorating. That is the technical part right there. I went ahead and did a couple of ice cream cones. So I punched the ice cream and the cones. Then here's that awesome cone pattern, like a waffle pattern, cinnamon cider. Again, oh, Stampin' Up, you kill me when both sides of the paper are awesome. I'm gonna get, so for this card you need 5 cones and 5 scoops. So I've got 3 right here. And let me get a scoop. I was kind of thinking, I like these pink, like this one where it's kind of washed out a little bit, kind of speckled. Let's see if we can get one of those. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So there's our scoop. Now we've got 3 scoops. I'll show you the back side of that. I love this one. I use this one with the chickens all the time. It kind of reminded me of chicken feathers. I don't know why. Fish scales, maybe. But that's that ice cream corner paper. I did just a little bit of this card ahead because, like I said, it was going to be the equivalent of doing like 2 cards. So I've got these stitched so sweetly rectangles. There's 3 of them, and from white. So there's 3 basic white, and then I cut one that was from Terracotta tile. Let me show you those. That's my die cutting ahead of time. So this is that 3rd from smallest from the Stitch So Sweetly. It's like 2 3/4 by 1 5/8. And then this guy right here is the largest one. So that one's about 4 1/8 by 2 15/16, give or take a 16th. And 3 of these are for our inside panels. So we've got a yellow, blue. Now let's make a pink one. We're gonna glue them on for our inside panel, and then those 2 guys are for our outside of our card. I'm just gonna multi-purpose liquid glue that together. I love this sweet ice cream bundle. We're gonna be using the sentiments and the sprinkles from here. This is a sweet ice cream stamp set, and this is, I just used it, the ice cream cone builder, I think, sweet ice cream builder, ice cream cone builder, I think, punch. They're currently in stock with Stampin' Up. They were on back order for a long time, but they are on low inventory. So if you've got your eye on this, just know that it's on low inventory. It will be carrying into the next annual catalog. So I think we're gonna have a little bit more fun with this one now that there's some warmer weather before it's all said and done and it retires. All right, so there's my little ice cream cone. And you'll see that I decorated already. I cut from Bermuda Bay and Terracotta tile and then just put in a little bag so I could use them as embellishments. Those are from the also retiring. This is the Stitched Be Mine dies. And there's this little dude cuts out, and then I use the little hearts. I don't know what I'm going to do when this is gone because there is no way that produces little hearts as fast as I need them. Okay, let's go ahead and embellish with one of these. Apple says, have to catch you on the replay. Have a client consult. Love this set. Right? Isn't this, oh, this whole suite is so awesome. No wonder why it spent so much time on back order. But it is, it's beautiful. The sprinkles are not back in stock yet, but they will be soon. I forgot the date. I actually went to go check and then forgot. I'm very sorry to say. But they'll be back shortly. And then the stamp set and the punch are going to carry over. Not the accessories and the designer series paper though. That looks like you're going to have through the end of this January-June catalog, and that's about it. All right, while we're assembling ice cream cones, this one gets glued down flat, but this one gets bumped up. So I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive right at the very bottom of the scoop and adhere it to the cone. And hopefully not to the table. No, I think that's pretty good. We'll give that a second to dry and do this with this guy. And then we can just add them to the front of the card when we get that far. So there's all 5 of our little ice cream cones. Aren't they cute? Oh goodness. And then this one, look at how bold these colors are from those same designer series papers. So we went kind of pastel with these, a little bit bolder. All right, let's take a peek. I've got a few, now let's stamp. Let me slide all my cones to the side and give them a second. We're gonna put a speckle background on here. So I've got this little sprinkle background, and I'm going to stamp terracotta tile with terracotta tile. All right, we're just gonna speckle. I love a little speckle background. What a difference a little speckle or a little spatter can make. Doesn't steal the show, it just is the perfect wingman. All right, there's our speckle. Whew, so cute. All right, let's slide this out of here and we can take a look at a little bit more die cutting. I did it ahead of time. I knew that we'd have a lot of pieces and a lot of layers, so let me show you what I got here. I have 2. There's Petal Pink and Bermuda Bay. The little flags are from, let me give you the other one too. These little flags are from the Tasteful Labels dies. I love this die set. So these are the ones that we used. Little fishtail banner here. And then while I got this, let's show you our label for outside. I die cut that ahead with basic white. It's this, I call it C, or the retro label. I feel like it has kind of a retro chevron shape. That's basic white. And then one more from this, I really used a lot from this collection this time around, this little pinking edge circle. I cut that one from Petal Pink. And I got only 2 more die cut pieces, so I'm going to show you all of that right now instead of die cutting it all on video. Let me show you what I got. 1 3/8 inch circle from Basic White using the layering circles dies. And then we're going back around to my favorite stitched Be Mine dies. And I've got 2 Bermuda Bay hearts. And these are this biggest primitive heart, 2 from Bermuda Bay. All right, let's go ahead and adhere this guy to the front of the card. We'll embellish with the little flags, and that'll help us get some of our parts glued down. I love to glue down the parts as I go because then I can't lose them. Anybody else in that boat? All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of adhesive on my Petal Pink, and I'm gonna stack it the way I want it to stack with the Bermuda Bay. Then I'm going to take a little multi-purpose liquid glue on the front of those 2 and then stack it how I want it to peek out from my scallop stitch rectangle. When I'm happy with that, then I'll take the whole piece, oh, straighten out you guys, and add multi-purpose liquid glue. I love that I've got a little bit of time to slide everything, make sure it all fits. Looks great. Little tiny bit left of center top to bottom. There's our card front. Whew, Stampin' Up does good dies, don't you think? Okay. All right, so we're gonna glue 2 of our rectangles in the center section, making sure that we avoid our folds. And then we're gonna glue the third one, but add some flags to it first. All right, again, same thing. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue, but this time I want my Bermuda Bay on top. I'm gonna stack those kind of how we want them to lay. I'm gonna go ahead and then adhere those. I think it looks pretty good. A little unintentional dyslexia there. I have pennant dyslexia, I think. Oh, so cute anyway, right? But it is completely backwards. There we go. Looks good, don't you think? Look at that. You guys see what I just did? This is what I was supposed to be copying, and this is what it turned out. Mirror image. All right. It just goes to show you there's no mistakes in crafting. Just happy little discoveries. Oh gosh, I don't know if I'm embarrassed or just gonna keep on moving. Well, I'm gonna keep on moving, but I think that was kind of embarrassing because I didn't intend to do them all backwards like that. Cute. Oh my gosh, cute. Don't tell anybody I did it backwards, okay? Do we have an agreement between us? Carol says I wouldn't have noticed if you didn't say something. Oh goodness. All right, so we're got our ice cream cones inside. Let's go ahead and slide our sample and our bits to the side, because just like we added that little texture to the background by stamping, I'm going to emboss this little heart background. All right, let me get my glue out of the way. I'm going to take these Bermuda Bay pieces and just give them a little crank. Give them some texture that way. Every surface has its own opportunity, right? All right, I've got my little dudes. I'm gonna pop them right in on the brick wall. I'm trying to kind of keep the horizontal pattern straight, but we can do them both at one time. Let me get my number 4. 3D folders, you use number 1 and number 4. Get your great impression. Pam says, I'm always late. Cute card. Hope you and your family had a nice Easter. Oh, Pam, it was really wonderful. And I really enjoyed the time off. It's a hard thing for me to do. I work a lot, about 12 plus hours a day, sometimes up to 15 hours a day, 6 days a week. I work a lot. And so taking 2.5 days off was a challenge, but it was wonderful and needed. Isn't that cute? Do you guys do this? Do you put textures on your die cuts? It makes just that little something extra. Let's do some sentiment stamping next. I think I was going to glue, but I think I prefer to stamp. Get my Stampin' Pierce mat and cinnamon cider ink. We'll do our greetings inside and out on our basic white die cuts. There's cinnamon cider. My greetings are thank you and you melt my heart from the sweet ice cream. So we're going to do thank you on the outside and you melt my heart on the inside. Oh, I love that greeting. So this 1 3/8 inch circle is going to be kind of tight, but we're still looking for a placement center right to left and a little bit high of center, because one of those little terracotta tile hearts glued below will make the perfect little accent. I'm always looking for opportunities to add that little accent, especially a little cardstock accent, something that's punched or die cut, because you use up scraps and you don't make any more cost, you know, that you've got plenty of scraps if you're like me. And so if you can turn them into something that's a little bit surprising, a little something extra. All right, my thank you is stamped to the right of center because it's going to tuck under the ice cream cone. Love that cinnamon cider. It's such a great brown. All right, let's slide to the side and get this card put together. We're on the final steps here. You guys, this went so quick. I thought doing a little bit of the die cutting and punching ahead of time would make it go faster, but this is speedy. All right, let's get another little terracotta tile heart. I'm waiting as patiently as somebody can wait for my annual catalog pre-order. So the 2021-2022 catalog is out with a pre-order for demonstrators. If you have ever thought about joining Stampin' Up, it's a great time to do it because you can order your starter kit from the pre-order. My stuff is going to be here today. It says it's out for delivery, and I'm having a hard time waiting. Thank you for distracting me while I stalk the UPS guy. All right, there's my little heart. I'm gonna glue that to my petal pinking edge circle. I will, when it gets here, usually he's here after 4 p.m. He's usually late afternoon, early evening. When my pre-order arrives, I am going to just do an unboxing video if anybody's interested. So keep an eye peeled for that. It'll be early evening that I get back here. Oh, so cute. I need some Stampin' Dimensionals and some glue dots to get this done. Let me grab a few more adhesives. I have hardly used this little ice cream set and I am loving it. All right, I think I want the pink one because it's going to go on a blue heart. So let's get some dimensionals on there. If you happen to make this cute little fold, this card, I would love to see it. Please snap a picture if you use your Stampin' Up! Supplies to make this fun fold. We want to see your variation in the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social. So the group that's affiliated or associated with this business page is Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social. You can get a link right from the Facebook page, and we want to see your cards. All right, so make this one up and show us what you're up to, because, you know, it's a cute fold. We want to see what you do with it. All right, another ice cream cone, down flat. And then our greeting with dimensionals. And then our ice cream cone. Uh-oh, I put one too low on the cone because it's going to overlap the greeting with the dimensional on it. There we go. Oh my goodness, so cute. I love the sweet. Woo-wee. All right, last up for the front. For now, we'll come back and embellish. I want to grab those little hearts again and put almost like a cherry on top for my ice cream cone here. I'm gonna do a blue one on the blue and a pink one on the pink. Well, terracotta tile. It's kind of a pink, right? Hit that button that says follow my driver or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna go do it after I'm done here. And then I'm gonna obsess about it all day long. Okay, let's see. I might actually do them both terracotta tile on the front because that one's getting lost on the on the blue behind. Do you want them like that? Yeah, why not, right? Crafty girls do what they want. Mine are gonna have coordinating hearts on the outside. Little. All right, there's our front. We'll be back to do these awesome sprinkles. Do you see these things? They're just so cool. They'll be back in stock soon. They're currently on back order, but they're coming back. Let's get our little heart and greeting on the right panel there. Slide that aside, open it up. Here's where you have to be very careful. Do you see this fold here? We're gonna add our heart, but we don't want it to overlap this fold. It'll really make your mechanism very bulky, so be careful about that. Anything you put on these 4 little panels needs to stay within the boundaries of that score line. And then you melt my heart. Let's get that guy kind of overlapped. Love it. Said, but he's got my Stampin' Up! Box. It was very funny. All right, so inside is done. We don't want to add any bulk to that because it's flat-ish when it's closed, all right? But on the outside, we need to get some of these great embellishments. The little ice cream corner sprinkles. These are just too amazing. and you're gonna love this because I actually avoided the purple ones because it wasn't a prominent color in my design. So I'm gonna do that again. I got my take your pick tool, and I'm gonna do quite a few little sprinkles. So what I like to do is just add tiny little dots. I'll do a few at a time and then just pick up and drop the sprinkle right into the glue. This little guy wants to lay on its side. No, no, no. And it'll take a bit to go ahead and put them in there. So I'm only gonna go a little bit of one way here. I'll finish up my sprinkles after. I've also, you know, let me show you what else I do. Sometimes I'll take the little sprinkle and then pull out the other end of the take your pick tool so that I can just push it. Then I'll decide what's next. Maybe one over here, here, here. I work kind of in triangles. Aren't they so cute? Oh my gosh. Can't even stand it. They're really cute in a shaker and stuff too, but I like them kind of like traditional sprinkles, almost like you spilled a jar of them. I'm gonna go on and add quite a few. I did them down from the bow and then up from the thank you. I'll add a few more after the video before the photograph, but let's get our little cinnamon cider bow on there. All right, little cinnamon cider. This in color ribbon, a lot of the colors are on sale as low as $3.60, and they're just beautiful ribbons. The colors are true to Stampin' Up. They're soft but solid, so they give a nice opaque finish. They tie wonderfully. It's a really good time to stock up. If you do craft fairs, this is the time to get ribbons that are gonna match your project but not eat all your profits. So take a look at these in color ribbons. These are so easy to use. A little bow, get that guy stuck on there. And there, minus a couple of sprinkles, we'll catch up on them, is our thank you card. Outside, inside. There you go. What do you think? Was that fun? I would try to keep it simple for the live video by getting a little bit done ahead of time, but that was pretty quick, don't you think? I've already got a project sheet done for this card. I'm going to just do a quick edit of this video, a real light edit, and then get it up on the blog for you today. And that's it. If you guys have any questions about the project or if there's anything I can do to help you stay crafty, you can email me anytime, marissa@kitchentablestamper.com, and shop Stampin' Up 24/7. Get some of these products before they're gone, like the cinnamon cider ribbon and the terracotta tile. You can buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net, and that's it. I'll see you guys in a couple hours as soon as my UPS gets here. I can't wait to see the new in colors for real. I'm gonna do a comparison like I usually do, so be prepared for that. Like I already set up behind me all the Stampin' Up cardstock that I've ever owned. Personally, I have a sheet of everything so that I can do the comparison. So we'll compare the in colors and I'll show you what I got, and I'll see you guys as soon as UPS gets here. All right? Thanks for stopping in with me today. Thank you for sharing your day with me. Happy Monday, everybody. I'll see you in a couple hours. Bye, guys.